Our crews are working around the clock. To date, those search efforts have not yielded any results.
And time is not on their side. During a midday update Tuesday, the U.S. Coast Guard saying there's just about 40 hours of breathable air left for the 5 people on the submersible that's called Titan missing in the North Atlantic Ocean.
The Coast Guard has coordinated search efforts with the U.S. and Canadian Coast Guard, Air National Guard aircraft, and the Polar Prince, which have searched a combined 7,600 square miles, an area larger than the state of Connecticut.
Communications with the sub were lost about an hour and 45 minutes into its dive to visit the wreck of the Titanic off the coast of Newfoundland on Sunday, carrying wealthy tourists who paid $250,000 each for the expedition, including a British billionaire, a Pakistani-born businessman and his son, a French explorer, and the pilot, the founder and CEO of the sub's operating company OceanGate. It's not known if the submersible is now on the ocean floor, at the surface, or somewhere in between. And it's sealed with bolts from the outside, which means the passengers can't escape without help.
Search efforts have focused on both surface, with C-130 aircraft searching by sight and with radar, and subsurface, with P-3 aircraft were able to drop and monitor sonar buoys.
It's pitch black down there. You can't see your hand in front of your face.
And the underwater terrain where the wreckage of the Titanic sits, nearly 4,000 meters below the surface, is muddy. And the conditions are extremely cold, explains this expert on the doomed 1912 voyage.
So it's really a bit like a moonshot. It's really a bit like being an astronaut going into space. So I do fear for the lives of those explorers who are on board, because it seems to me that unless they can get the sub to the surface, and unless they're then lucky enough that within the time frame of the air that's left, unless they can get a helicopter to spot that sub in time, I think if it's on the seabed, there are so few submarines that are capable of going that deep. And so therefore, I think it was going to be almost impossible to effect a sub-to-sub rescue.
The Titanic site is about 650 kilometers off St. John's. Now, the Pentagon, the U.S. Navy announcing more support for the search Tuesday. And there's an update to a story. It's gone viral now. It first aired on CBS last year about the vessel. One key detail getting a lot of attention: an Xbox gamepad was being used as a controller for the sub. The reporter David Pogue back then describing what he saw.
I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
So the pressure vessel is not MacGyvered at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
Pogue sharing an update Tuesday saying,
the people who go on these expeditions are not tourists. I mean, I know a lot of your viewers are horrified by the concept of getting into an enclosed, bolted-in minivan 2.5 miles down, but it's not for you. It's for people who define their lives by risk.
Melissa Duggan, City News.